I once lost Julian Lloyd Webber's cello because I was chatting up a parking attendant.
Well, David, Auntie, a lot of factors there.
A lot of factors.
Why were you in possession of Julian Lloyd Webber's cello?
Because he had lent it to me.
Why would he lend you his cello?
Well, not exactly lend.
You
I
nicked
was
it?
kind of looking after it.
Where were you, Alex?
I was in Manchester.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he playing? Was he doing a gig or something?
He was doing, he was like with an orchestra, but he had his own solo part, so he played.
I know an orchestra. They have an instrument each, don't they?
Yeah, but David, he had a special part.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
But for which he didn't need his cello. It was he asked you to hold the cello.
This was before.
And go and check on the parking scenario in the middle of the symphony.
This was before the concert.
Okay.
So did you know him?
I hadn't met him before. No.
But what was the great attraction of the parking attendant?
Very handsome, very fit. It was very hot.
How did you
day.
tell him a big hat like that and his jacket up
He
there?
didn't
How
have a
did you
hat
tell?
on. They were very modern parking attendants.
Oh, he didn't have a hat on?
I think we need to analyse this story chronologically.
Right. Let's start again.
Now, which is the day of the concert.
Right.
Yes. Dawn breaks.
Right.
Where are you and where is Julian Lloyd Webber?
Julian Lloyd Webber and I are both in Manchester.
When did you meet?
In the car park.
Sound like a true Welsh girl.
No, the car park... I'm afraid the car park is not an acceptable answer to the question,
Right.
when did you meet?
Right.
Because the car park is a place, not a time.
Let me set the scene.
OK.
So, I'm in the car park with the car park attendant.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
The car park attendant is just there. He hasn't got a hat on. He's not that official.
He's just generally hanging around the car park, all sexy.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
What's he wearing at the time?
Has he got anything on?
Is he naked?
He's got jeans on and a t-shirt.
Jeans and a t-shirt?
And an illuminous
This is just
jacket.
some guy.
Some bloke.
He's told you he's a
on.
car park attendant because he
No.
wants to sound important.
Is that important?
Yeah, it's the sexiest thing you can say. Everyone knows that.
Julian Lloyd Webber walks in with his cello.
With his cello. Which weighs about 4 ton.
No, they're not that heavy.
Well,
Chris.
no.
They're not that heavy. And for someone like Julian, who's probably got a bit of sinew and bicep because of all his playing, it would be very light.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
going
how
to feel
they
heavy.
pick cellists, isn't it? They
Yes.
pick the ones that can carry it. You can teach anyone to play it, but it's the carrying it that's the trick.
Exactly.
He pitches up. He's on his phone.
Yeah. Oh, while carrying the cello.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Were you trying to get off with the car park man because you wanted to not pay for your own parking?
It's difficult to know if you're a car park attendant whether any relationship you're in is genuine. Is it me or is it just for the free parking?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he just hand the cello to you with a nod like that while he was on the understanding that you would know what he meant?
No, he'd put it down on his side and then just went...
What happens then?
Yes, this is crucial.
Then, Julian comes off the phone, taps me on the shoulder, where's my cello? I look round, cello gone.
What? No!
It was the car parking attendant.
Who took the cello then?
The cello had made its way into the concert hall.
Of course
On
it
its
has.
own.
The very best cellos can do that, can't they?
Well, somebody has taken the cello, gone into the concert hall with the cello, Julian and me flummoxed.
Flummoxed?
So this is not an attempt to steal the cello, this is a do-gooder seeing an unattended cello and thinking, well, I can't leave that lying around. Someone could steal it, I'd better steal it.
He was a good citizen and thought, that's worth millions, it's on its own, I'll take it in.
Why were you at this concert? What was your ostensible role?
I was a runner researcher. So I was working on a television programme that they were making.
That's new information.
You didn't say that.
I'm suddenly
Yeah,
coming round to
I know.
Julian's point of view.
I know.
So what do you think, David? What are you going to say?
It's utter nonsense.
You think it's nonsense?
I'm going to say she's lying.
You both think
I'm gonna
she's
say
lying?
She's lying, yeah.
She's lying.
Well, I think it's true.
Do you?
But not enough to overrule. I haven't...
Oh, don't say that, because now you...
Well, no, it's very rarely that I overrule. At the moment, I believe in democracy.
Yeah.
But if it turns out you guys are wrong, I may lose my belief in democracy, and this could become a police state.
So your answer is?
We're going to say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Right. Alex
Actually,
Jones.
no, we're going to say it's true. Sorry, police state time, we're going to say it's true.
I like that. I like that. I find that arousing.
Alex, truth or lie?
Rob, you should have to take the first answer on this programme. It's true!
Yes, it's true. Alex did lose Julian Lloyd-Webber's cello because she was chatting up a parking attendant.
One Christmas morning, I woke up stark naked in our shoe cupboard, clutching nothing but 2 cans of fake snow.
Lee Mack, what do you make of that?
So, what year was this?
About 1993.
OK, and can you talk us through how this happened?
I went to bed very drunk on Christmas Eve. Actually, it was Christmas morning by then, about 2 in the morning. And I woke up again in the cupboard under the stairs, totally naked, with 2, as I realised when I picked them up, empty artificial snow spray cans in each hand. And the light was on, and my face was in the Wellington boots.
What had you gone in there for?
I'd gone in to put the snow cans back after what I then realised I'd done with them.
What had you done with them?
2 weeks earlier, we bought our family Christmas tree in the hall. And Judy and Chloe, my daughter, decided that it wouldn't be a good idea to put artificial snow on it. And Jack, my son, and I thought it would. And we had a massive row, and of course, the ladies won. So the spray was hidden at the back of the cupboard, but I saw where Judy hid it. Okay.
But you did this naked?
I did it in my sleep.
Can I just stop you there? No one's listening now. We're all just thinking, Richard Madeley sleeps naked.
And clearly, I mean, I can only suppose what happened. I'd gone downstairs in my sleep, taken the cans out, covered the tree with fake foam, gone back in the thing, and then woken up.
You've done the whole tree? Was it a good job?
It was terrible. I mean, it covered everything. It covered the lights, it covered the baubles, it covered... it was like a great big Mr. Whippy.
I'm intrigued by this cupboard under the stairs, Richard. I think someone with your income would, by now, or by 1993 even, during your, let's call it heyday, would have had it... I do think you would have had it converted into a downstairs facility.
Is that your view of opulence? that any sort of space under stairs must be fitted for immediate
any sort of
digestion.
unused space anywhere.
Any money at all. There's something about the combination of wealth, career success, and a little cubbyhole that just says poo.
What did Judy and Chloe have to say about this in the morning?
Christmas morning dawned, and I went down with Judy, and there it was, it's looking awful. And I just went, Jack, we told you not to do that. And you went and kept it up for about a minute and then confessed.
So you woke up at 2 in the morning?
I didn't wake up. I was sleep spraying.
You were sleep spraying, but then you went into...
a horrid connotation.
Think of the children.
We've all done it.
You did the spraying. What was your first conscious memory? Waking up in the cupboard or waking up in the bed?
No, waking up in the cupboard.
Do you always sleep naked?
Yes.
Always?
Yeah.
How does Judy feel about that?
Well, so does she.
Blimey. Is it me or is it getting up to the...
I'm sorry, hang on.
No, give me a minute.
Hands up, who sleeps naked?
David, keep your hands down.
It's got to be 40%.
No, I mean, obviously I go to bed dressed as Scrooge.
So what are you thinking, Lee?
I definitely think it's plausible. What do you think, Kate?
What concerns me is the gap between the waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and going to bed and not sort of doing anything about the tree.
Just leaving it.
Just leaving it.
Miles?
I think it is true.
You do.
So what are you going to say?
OK, split decision. I will go with Miles and say that's true.
You're saying it's true. Richard Madeley, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I have to tell you guys, you've made a terrible start. For us, it's true. Well done.
Yes, it's true. One Christmas morning, Richard did wake up stark naked in his shoe cupboard, clutching nothing but 2 cans of fake snow. Judy was quite pleased when she came across Richard sitting there stark naked, as it reminded her to put the turkey in the oven.
As a child, rather than sleeping with a comfort blanket or teddy bear, I slept with a potato.
Lee Mack, what do you think?
Was it the same potato, or did you have different potatoes over the years?
Well, that was the problem, because you get attached to a potato. So, when you get attached to a potato, it's rotting a bit, but it's your comfort. It's like your teddy bears, it smells of your old teddy bear, or whatever it happens to be. The potato is my favourite potato, and I used to draw on it.
So it was one potato the whole time?
The actual truth is, it was taken away from me, and I cried and I cried and I cried, but they threw it out. So it took me like another 3 or 4 weeks to get used to the new potato.
Dale, did they have names, your potatoes?
No.
You slept with a potato that you didn't even know its name?
Well...
Yes, slag!
Did you hug them? Did you have them close to your face?
I used to put it on the pillow like that, and I used to bash it.
What? Why did you bash it? Is that how you show love, Dale?
What's the bashing?
Well, I used to like the dent it made in the pillow.
Oh, so you'd bash it onto the... and then you'd sleep...
And then I would take it out, so that's where you're going to bed later.
Be honest, Dale. Is the truth of this story that your parents would shout through the door, "What are you doing in there?" And you'd say, "Nothing, just bashing the potato"?
You haven't asked me why I stopped, and this is why you'll realise...
Oh, Dale, why did you stop?
Because Mrs. Marks, who was our next-door neighbour, I heard her talking to my mother in the driveway, and I heard Mrs. Marks say to my mother, "Is he still sleeping with a potato?" I think that they've been talking about it, and she probably said to Mrs. Marks, "Did any of your children ever want to sleep with a potato?"
So what are you thinking, Lee?
Miranda.
I sort of want it to be true, because he's so sweet.
Yeah.
I do think the 2 winning things are that that's where you're going to sleep, and Mrs. Marks.
What do you know Marks?
Is he still
That's
sleeping
the thing.
with...
I think Mrs. Marks exists.
Yeah.
And I like Mrs. Marks. Yeah. I like what she represents. She represents the sanity of the street.
And the beauty
Whereas
is...
the Wintons, they're all over the shop.
So what are you going to say, Lee? What's it going to be?
What do you think?
Do
you think it's true?
I do think it's
true.
I think
it's true.
All right, I'll go with my team and say that it's true.
You're saying it's true. OK. Dale Winton, the potato in the bed. Was it the truth, or was it a lie?
I have slept with many things over the years, because I'm a very old man, but I have never slept with a potato. It's a lie!
Yes, it was a very convincing lie. As a child, Dale didn't sleep with a potato. Welcome, Tony. Rod, what is Tony to you?
This is Tony, and for 5 years he was my badminton doubles partner.
Sally, what is your relationship with Tony?
This is my uncle Tony, and last year I asked to have a go on his mobility scooter, and I drove it into a pond and wrote it off.
Right. Finally, David, how do you know Tony?
This is Tony, and when I was little, he used to help me get to sleep by telling me bedtime stories about the war.
Isn't that lovely? There we are. So, Rod's badminton buddy, Sally's scooterless uncle, or David's bedtime storyteller. Lee, before you start asking, I'm going to bring a chair on for you, and you can have a lovely sit down there. There we are. You relax there. Lee.
Sally, does he use the mobility scooter a lot?
Quite a lot. He's had 2 hip replacements.
So he can get by without the fact that he walks on fine tonight.
Yeah,
He can get by. I don't think they're just for old people. You know, I've got a bath with a door. I think it's nice.
That was more a DIY mishap, though, wasn't it?
No, I think it's nice. Just open the door, step in, wait for 19 or 20 minutes while it slowly fills up in the freezing cold. I think it's lovely.
Why did you take the mobility scooter in the first place?
Because I was going to play a psychopath in a film, or a psychopath on a mobility scooter. And I said, can I have a go? Because I can't drive a car.
Sally, how far did you drive before you went into the pond? What was the distance?
I didn't know I had it in reverse.
So you were very close to the pond?
So I wasn't far from the pond, but it was facing that way.
Right.
And I took it out of park the wrong way and went backwards.
And was your uncle with you at the time?
Yes.
How much instruction did Tony give you before you got on the mobility scooter?
Well, that he thought, as he said afterwards over tea, many, many times, that it was quite self-evident how one drove this thing. He said all it had was it's got a little, gear tiller, and he thought that even a nincompoop...
Backwards or forwards, that's about
Did you say gear tiller?
Yes, well...
That's a nautical expression. But you obviously felt, on some subconscious level, more comfortable at sea.
Did you buy your Uncle Tony another mobility scooter?
How much was that mobility scooter?
Yes, how much was that mobility scooter?
It was £1,500.
For a brand new mobility scooter?
For a brand new one?
Yes, because it...
Hang on, is that right, Des? Should we move on to Rob?
How long ago were they that you were playing badminton as doubles?
That we were doubles partners?
Yes. How many years
10,
ago?
15 years.
You were... and when did this end? When did this end?
We had to stop because I was getting on a bit.
And how did your partnership begin?
Well, we played for the same club.
What was the club called?
It was in West London.
West London, go on.
Yeah,
you can't remember the name of the club?
It was called Old Actonians.
Old Actonians Badminton Club?
Well, yes.
Did you wear the full gear, shorts, and, looking...
No, I wore a miner's helmet and he wore a frogman's outfit. Of course we did,
Did you ever win anything yourself and Tony?
We won a lot, yeah.
And why did you come about playing together then? Why didn't you go for someone, no disrespect to Tony, why didn't you go for someone a bit
Because
more...
we complimented each other's game.
When you say you complimented each other's game, you went, you're good, so are you. Come on.
Out of you two badminton players, Rod, who would you say was the better?
Tony was a much, much better player than me. Tony played for England.
This started out, we were just knocking around in a West London club. Now, he is the Rafael Nadal of badminton.
Why, if he played for England, and he was so good, why is he choosing you to partner him?
I think it would be fair, and Tony wouldn't mind me saying that when I played with him, he'd have been probably I think he was in his early 70s.
Whoa, when you were playing with him?
When I was playing with him, yeah.
OK. The prime age for badminton. particularly international level. OK, David, what's your connection with Tony?
He lived next door when I was little.
And he read your bedtime stories?
He would occasionally babysit for me and my brother, and...
It's feasible.
Made up, or was this was just his stories from the war?
Not out of a book, but ostensibly true.
Did he ever just shout them through the
I
wall?
Surrounded by Germans, and so, basically...
I'm trying to get to sleep.
I don't care!
How old were you?
I think I would have been...
23.
I think it's around the time I was sort of 5, 6, 7, that sort of...
It could happen. I had another neighbour who would sing me nursery rhymes and bounce me on the knee. And
Am I the only one who had parents?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I think perhaps what it was, Lee, with you, is that your parents found it very hard to find any other adult who was willing to take sole responsibility for you. Now, let me ask you this. Would Tony ever come round... not for babysitting, but just to tell you some of these stories? Or would it only happen when he was babysitting?
I think it started when he was babysitting, but he'd come round quite a bit anyway with my parents.
David, you just did an upwards inflection. I've never heard you do that before. That's so not like you. Right? Sometimes he would come round anyway. What's happened to you?
I'm on national television. I'm getting a bit defensive about talking about my abuse-ridden childhood. That's all.
Of all the war stories that he told you that helped you go to sleep, what would you say was your favourite?
Well, I think the thing that I found most interesting was the story Tony told about his mother, who during the war worked in the library in Oxford.
This is the interesting one.
What she had to do was they had to compile and analyse and place photographs of the Japanese coastline.
I'll tell you what, it's getting better. Carry on.
In preparation for an invasion of Japan.
And you said, thank you, as a 5-year-old,
I mean,
that's very interesting.
No, because by the end of the story, I was asleep.
It's time for an answer, Lee. So, is Tony...
So I was trying to get the idea in my head of just passing David's door and hearing a man inside play. I mean, obviously, with the coastal line of Tokyo, it's very hard to determine whether we should have a land invasion or by... Oh, you're asleep. Oh, OK.
My job is done.
Night. Tight. Don't let the Japanese invade.
I think, Rod, we can discount. There were too many flaws.
I agree with you. I think it's one of the other two. And I've got a horrible feeling that it's David in the middle there.
I know which one David is.
All right, what about the mobility scooter with Sally?
Have you ever taken your driving test?
No, I've never even taken it.
Never learned to drive.
You can't emphasise the word even if it's the same thing. Have you ever taken your driving test? I've not even taken it.
So Lee's team, is Tony Rod's badminton buddy, Sally's scooterless uncle, or David's bedtime storyteller? What are you going to say?
It's not Rod.
It is. That's what you're going for?
Sally.
Sally?
I think David.
And in a weird way, I've now gone back to Rod. Thank you. You can see it in his little Welsh eyes. When you're wrong. In his little devious Welsh eyes. And trust me, if there's one thing I know about working on this show, it's a little devious Welsh eyes. Rod or Sally?
Or Sally?
It's Sally.
Sally?
Yeah, it's Sally.
It's Sally.
Sally. Right. Tony, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Tony, and Rod was my badminton partner for 5 years.
Yes, Tony was Rod's badminton doubles partner. Tony, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
I used to write and hand in homework for an imaginary classmate.
So, you used to write, you used to do homework for an imaginary classmate and hand it in to the teacher?
Yeah.
For a pupil that he didn't have because they were imaginary?
That's right. It was a collective effort.
Who was the group of collectives?
It was the class.
Are they real friends, the class, or are they...
Yeah, with names and everything. Real
Did he
people.
have a name? What was his name?
He must have had a name, but I can't remember what the name was. One of our class was quite enterprising. This teacher was new. He was a French teacher. He came in and he read the register, and one kid went, "Oh, sir, you've missed out," I don't know, call him Fisher for narrative purposes. Yeah. And so this guy wrote in an additional name in his register.
And then you kept the pretence of this boy up by doing his homework for him and handing it in?
Yeah.
And just out of interest, this teacher, when he handed the homework back, did he come up to you and go, "Give that to Fisher"?
Well, that would have been a problem.
Right.
But he wasn't a great teacher. He couldn't remember my name. I sat near the window, so he called me Windows.
Was he a French teacher, did you say?
Yeah.
He didn't call you Windows, then?
Well, he did. He didn't call me Finetre, he called me Windows.
Often the very best French teachers speak English as well.
Yeah.
Who sit his exams for him, though? You couldn't sit his exam papers.
He was off sick quite a lot.
Oh, right. So at which point did you own up and say, "Look, sir, Fisher..."
We've killed Fisher. He was doing too well. We were so envious.
He never found out, and the school decided to let him go. And then the deputy headmaster, as I recall, came in and ticked us off and said that he wasn't prepared to tolerate fictional children at his school. I think that's what he said.
Sir Lee Mack, what are you thinking?
I can't believe it, because I just don't think kids would create that much work for themselves.
There's a lot of factors that have to be true here. There has to be. They all get together and agree to do it. Yeah. We have to believe the teacher never looks up during the register.
Yeah.
And that
well, Fisher was off a lot. Fisher wasn't there every morning.
Fisher was never there, Andy.
Andy, can I ask, what's Fisher doing now?
The awful thing is, for a moment there, I tried to think. I actually...
Time to take a guess, Lee. What are you going to say?
Oh, well, trust me, this won't be a guess.
This is not true.
Not true?
If it is, I'm worried for Fisher's welfare.
Fisher doesn't exist.
I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight thinking about Fisher.
There is no Fisher.
Come on, Lee, what's it going to be? Truth or lie?
Lie.
Let's put Fisher quietly to rest and say it's a lie.
OK, it's a lie.
It's a lie. OK. Andy, is it true or is it a lie?
There is no Fisher, but it is true.
So what happened to Fisher, then?
Yes, it's true. Andy did write and hand in homework for an imaginary classmate. Now, remember, it's funny to have imaginary friends at school, but when you start signing on for them, it's fraud. Right, Miles, first of all, what is John to you?
John and I were paid to fight together in a supermarket, dressed as gladiators.
Kate, how do you know John?
This is John, and when I was in Africa, he and I dressed up in a pantomime giraffe costume in order to get close-up shots of giraffes in the wild.
Lee, what is your relationship with John?
This is John. Despite being total strangers, we were once forced to share a bed when we were double-booked into the same hotel room.
David, where do you want to start?
Well, maybe with Kate, because what I'm reluctant to believe is that the best way of lulling giraffes into a false sense of security is to try and disguise yourself as a giraffe, because I reckon a giraffe, it takes one to know one.
He thought that if we dressed up as a giraffe, then he could put the camera on a kind of periscope thing up the neck of the giraffe and get that evening shot of the giraffes against the sunset. Yeah. Now, you said very astutely that it takes a giraffe to know a giraffe.
Yeah.
If we tried to do this in daylight, it would have failed completely, because giraffes have extremely good day vision, but their night vision isn't very good, and that's why we decided to try it.
Why is it then necessary to disguise as a giraffe at all? Why not just take a stepladder?
They are not completely blind. They're just not necessarily going to worry too much about whether you're made out of polyester or real fur.
Do you just show us how you did this? How it works.
Would you like me to do that with John?
Lee would be the perfect partner for this.
Lee, if you come...
He has a look of the wild about him.
Here.
Kate's going to demonstrate the whole giraffe doppelganger with you, Lee.
So you are in the front, OK? You need to stand about there. And actually, could you three stand up and all just be giraffes in the wild with the sun behind you?
Yes. Okay. Do you ever get the feeling she's mocking us?
Okay, so you've got this big giraffe costume on, and it's got a kind of pole up the back as its spine. Right. You have got a camera on a pole poking out of the mouth of the giraffe, right towards them, OK? Right. I am behind you.
Kate, at what point do you say action?
I've got the laptop here.
Right.
So I'm checking the focus and saying to John, OK, you're nicely framed up. That's looking lovely. There was a
By the way, I'm a meerkat.
Excellent. You're doing a very good job. No.
All right, well, I think that's made it a lot clearer. Let's say thank you to our giraffes. But most of all, a big round of applause for our meerkat. Right. Who would you like to question next?
Yes, Miles. You had to dress up as a
gladiator.
A gladiator?
Yeah.
As in a Roman gladiator? Or as in from the TV show Gladiators?
Roman gladiator.
So the sort of sword and sandals?
Yeah, breastplates.
What sort of gladiator were you?
We each had a sword and a shield, and we did battle.
And this was in a supermarket?
Yes.
Were you employed, or was this just...
We were in...
Or a distraction technique,
exactly.
So that someone else could steal biscuits.
Some cakes.
We were promoting a range of foods.
fresh lion meat, you know, the usual.
We were promoting a range of foods, the Viva Italia delicatessen range. I don't know if you remember when Safeways rolled that out. We would have this fight, and then one of us would die, or be beaten, be vanquished, and the other one would say, "Oh, how did you get the strength to beat me?" And you'd say, "From aisle 7, where I've been feasting on the Viva Italia delicatessen range."
What about Lee? Lee, remind us, what is your link to John? I've forgotten.
This is John.
Yes.
And we were once forced to share a hotel room together. We'll share a bed in a hotel room because we've been double booked.
So, where was the hotel, Lee?
The hotel was in Scotland.
OK. Do you want to be more specific than that?
OK. It was right in Scotland.
OK. Be more specific?
More specific?
Yeah.
I was at Aliskye.
OK. Oh, yeah, fine. I believe you. What were you doing?
I was at a wedding.
Yeah, when was this wedding?
9 years ago.
You came back from the wedding, so
I came back from the wedding.
Got to the hotel.
I had a bit too much to drink.
Right.
I go to reception. I say hello. I'm. Well, I'd have to say. And
9 years ago. Yes, you.
But so I told them who I was. She leans round. She gives me the key. I go upstairs. No lift.
Right. She doesn't in any way go, by the way, there is a large man already in this room.
No, obviously, she wasn't aware of the mix-up. Otherwise, she would have stopped me, wouldn't she? She didn't... As I walked off, she didn't go... What? Nothing. You'll see.
So what happened? You were given the key by reception and then opened the door and he was in there?
Correct.
At which point you said...
I was a bit drunk, so I just assumed that there'd been a mix-up, wrong key, I was in the wrong room, so I just went, "Oh, sorry." And he went, and I sort of... I can't remember exactly.
He said what?
He went, "Oh, sorry." You don't mock him, wait till he opens his mouth in a minute. Rob says, "Come on, who are you?" He goes,
You go back down to reception to sort of say...
I said, "You've given me the wrong key."
Yeah. Then she said, "Sorry, there's been a mix-up."
Been a mix-up, and she said...
You're going to have to go back in there.
I was in the right room, he was in the wrong room, but he checked in earlier on. So it wasn't her mistake, it was a mistake early on by somebody else.
Why didn't you investigate the possibility of sharing with the person in the other room?
Oh, yeah. What I did was I went round all the rooms... I don't think so, do you? You're looking at it, soldier.
When the two of you realised that you were going to have to share a bed together, did you have a kind of a negotiation?
I have never been to bed with anyone where negotiations have been involved. That's not completely true.
No, what I mean is, did you say, for example, I like to sleep on this side of the bed? I'm happiest on the right-hand side?
Before we even got to that point, we both tried to not sleep in the same bed. I didn't just go, "What the hell are you doing? I'm going to sleep on the left and you can sleep on the right." Didn't I?
Right, so we need an answer. What do you think?
I really don't know. Whatever we say, if we get it wrong, we'll look like we've believed something ridiculous. I don't believe that the best way of photographing giraffes at sunset is to disguise yourself as a giraffe. Two actors fighting in a supermarket. But why? If you're pushing a range of sort of Italian delicatessen foods, are you going to imply that they give you gladiatorial strength?
Well, it's strength to kill somebody.
That's not what people are looking for in that kind of, in a nice bit of pastrami. But will it be able to give me the strength to murder?
And also, don't you think that John looks like the kind of bloke you would bump into at a Scottish wedding?
See, I know it sounds weird. I kind of believe Kate's version more. Yeah.
You think Lee? I think Lee. But what if it's Miles, then? Then that's awful. It's Miles, then. We're going to say Lee.
You're going to say Lee, the wedding, the bed, the night together. Yes! So, John, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm John, and I was once paid to fight Miles in a supermarket.
Yeah, John and Miles were paid to fight each other in a supermarket while dressed as gladiators.
It's a horrible, stupid game.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you.
When I was younger, I was regularly paid to babysit Marvin, my neighbour's pet dog, who had died and been stuffed.
David's team.
Right. So that you were babysitting the dog only post-mortem?
Yes, after he died.
What did your duties involve?
Well, they were elderly people. They'd leave out, like, food and water. And what I used to do, because I felt so sorry for them, was I would sort of pour a bit of the water away and, like, half the food and stick it in, the rubbish under some kitchen or...
So they come back to, you see?
Yeah, he's alive.
He is alive.
They thought the dog was alive, did they?
Well, no, they can't have, but they behaved... I mean, it was a very unusual family, and she showed pictures, framed pictures of him when he was alive and when he was stuffed.
How do you know the difference in the photographs?
Because it wasn't a good stuffing.
I suppose the stuffed one, he always looks exactly the same wherever he was.
Yeah, his expression didn't change much.
What sort of dog had Marvin been before?
Yorkshire Terrier.
Right.
And we had a Yorkshire Terrier called Pepper, who was alive, I'd like to say.
That was rubbing their nose in it, wasn't it?
Stuffed peppers.
But our dog... But our dog was, like, totally untrained. I mean, adorable, but...
Whereas Marvin was so well behaved.
What position was Marvin stuffed in? What was...
Standing.
Did he have a facial expression, if there was any kind of emotion coming
like
from...
This, like that.
So, like he was angry, like he died in a battle.
Maybe he was stuffed to death.
Yeah.
What a way to go!
If I had a stuffed dog that was stood up, I'd put one of its legs in a bucket, then I'd always know where that bucket was.
What do you think, David? Which way are you leaning on this?
Sounds quite convincing.
You're convinced?
Well, I think it's impressively told if it's a lie.
I think impressively told. A lot of the detail...
You're not an actress, are you, Patsy?
A lot of people say I'm not, actually.
Well, I think it's a lie.
My instinct is it's the truth. We're going to say it's true.
You're saying it's true. OK.
Oh, no.
Patsy Kensit, were you telling us the truth or were you telling us a lie?
That story was a lie.
As a method actor, on the set of Downton Abbey, I like to remain in character all day and even help serve lunch to the cast and the crew as Carson.
Yeah, David, what do you think?
Right. Well, my immediate question is that I think on a big set like Downton Abbey with a lot of high-profile stars like Maggie Smith, there'd be an insurance issue with unqualified caterers serving lunch.
Nobody's ever told me there was an insurance issue. I don't do Maggie, I have to say. Maggie...
Do you bring her food, then?
I don't serve Maggie her food. What I do is I bring the food to the people on the dining bus, rather than go around to individual caravans or changing rooms.
Why do you think that helps your performance?
It just helps me stay in character somehow. I don't like to switch off. I lose concentration if I switch off. I just try to stay with it. It's tricky when you're serving things out of polystyrene plates, but it just helps me.
Well, I was going to say, 'cause if you want to inhabit the mind of the Edwardian or First World War butler, and you say, I am that person, and suddenly there's a camera, an HD camera and a boom in front of you, aren't you going to sort of scream, witchcraft, witchcraft? What is this madness? The aliens are here.
No, I would never dream of doing that, because I'm in the bubble, you know, so I don't notice those things.
Do you do it with every role that you play? So if you were doing a film about, say, like a man that liked wearing women's underwear, you would be committed to wearing women's underwear for the whole shoot?
You're the only person who's seen that film, Jack.
But you're a dresser, obviously, so you would dress all the male members of the cast. That
I'm a
you
butler,
tend to
madam.
as well.
Not dresser.
I mean, there are scenes in which you help Lord Grantham on with his pants.
Yeah, that's when the other valets have disappeared or are in jail or have been accused of murder and things like that.
Yeah, which is most
It's
weeks.
only in extremis that I do the cufflinks.
A butler will sometimes do that, I can vouch for that.
I think the problem with you, Jim, is you've got such a lovely voice. Everybody's happy, just... You're just sat there. You sat there like this.
Yeah, you flounder in such an authoritative way.
Viewers will be pleased to know that Jim's answer is now available as an audiobook.
That method acting thing, though, is true. I met someone recently that was in Hollyoaks, and they were really stupid in real life as well. They do it all the time.
I knew someone in Hollyoaks, and his granny used to watch every episode, and he said, Granny, you please don't... So what he did was, if it was his last scene of the episode, he'd go like that, and that was Granny could switch off then, because she knew he wasn't anymore.
So what do you think, David?
I don't think it's true. I think it's the sort of thing people make up about actors, and I think in this instance it would be very impractical. I think on a long, busy filming day...
You'd spill things, wouldn't you, the whole time? You'd
Yeah.
spill things on your suit.
The last thing Jim would want to do is
Baked
serve other
beans,
people food.
tomato soup.
Well, I think it's very feasible that an actor would do that sort of method thing, but I think Jim, having heard him and met him, he's such a cool cat. I imagine he's the kind of guy rocks up on set, gets handed the script, quick skim read, and then, in the words of Snoop Dogg, just drops it like it's hot.
I think he means it's a lie.
Do you know, thanks to you, we're reaching a whole different demographic.
So, they think it's a lie. Jim, truth or lie?
I do drop it like it's hot, because it is a lie.
So, Richard, what is Pauline to you?
This is Pauline. Last year we met at a Snoop Dogg gig, and we bonded because we were the two oldest fans in the room.
David, how do you know Pauline?
This is Pauline. When I was a cub, she was the Arcala, and she had to take me out of the scout hut once for asking too many questions when we were being given a talk by the police.
And finally, Greg, your relationship with Pauline?
This is Pauline. She's my mum. She once drove past me when I was having my first fight and got out of her car to cheer me on.
Lee's team, where'd you start?
Greg, how old were you on this first fight?
12.
Right. And so where was this, at school?
No.
Where was it?
Outside...
Outside the music room?
It was in a street.
In the street?
Yeah.
Who were you fighting?
I honestly can't remember his name. He was a lad, and he was in the year above me. And I remember he had fairly distinctive red hair.
Is that why you fought him?
I fought him because he'd fought one of my friends.
Oh, OK, so this was like a... You were like doing a heroic gesture.
Yeah.
And he was older than you?
Yes.
What was your friend called?
Well, I'm from Shropshire, so he was called Chinese Dave.
Is everyone called Chinese Dave in Shropshire?
No, I just think he was called Chinese Dave, and I honestly don't know the reason, because he certainly wasn't Chinese. I think it's because he used to wear a hat.
No, that would be it. That would be it.
That'll be it, probably.
What was your fighting technique, do you recall?
It was a sort of windmill of bones. Just like this.
Windmill of bones? I give you the windmill of bones!
What was your mum shouting at you by way of encouragement?
I mean, as I recall, it was just get in there.
Do him,
getting their son is what I...
And was she there the first time you had sex?
This was in the street. Your mum was driving past you, saw you.
She knew about the attack on Chinese...
Dave,
yeah. Who wears a hat.
So I presume she saw what was going on and thought, oh, it's good that my son is avenging Chinese Dave's...
So, did she get out of the car or just do it from the window? Was it a drive-by?
She got out.
Who didn't win the fight? Did your mum then... Surely she stepped in and stopped it, or did she say, keep fighting?
Well, let me tell you, Patsy, the fight came to a fairly abrupt end.
Why?
And I'm going to give you some very specific detail now.
Thank you.
Because I was chewing polos during the fight.
Please, no, you're not going to try and convince us that they came out and your mum thought it was teeth.
Hear me out. I got caught in their mouth, and literally I spat polos everywhere. And my mum went, oh no, it's teeth, it's teeth!
What's your mum called?
Pauline.
Has she got a nickname, like Heckling Pauline or anything?
No, although I would tell you she has an impressive history, because she was in a play fight with my dad once, and he locked himself in a toilet, and to get to him in the play fight, my mum punched a hole through a door. So there's obviously a violent streak in this one. It is true, though. It's definitely true. That is my mum.
Who's next? Who are you going to do next?
OK, so we'll go with David, shall we? David, just let me recap. Am I right in saying that there was a talk by the police at the Cubs?
Yeah.
And you asked one too many questions to the policeman?
Yes, I was full of questions.
What kind of questions were you asking?
Well, I was asking about various, issues involved in fighting crime.
How old were you?
I think I was about 8.
Right. What kind of crime-fighting questions were you asking?
Well, there was a problem, I felt. There was a problem with vandalism and graffiti in the area.
At that age, you're supposed to be taking part rather than complaining about it. That's OK. Different upbringings, that's fine. What were the questions?
I asked a lot about the locks in Cagney and Lacey. I was, at the time, very aware of the security measures in all of those flats in New York and the big locks on the doors. And I said, why don't we have locks like that? And how can we keep burglars out if we don't have locks like that?
Right.
And the policeman was saying how you can't keep out a determined burglar. And I was saying, well, why do we lock the doors at all, then? But I wasn't really aware that he was supposed to be trying to get on with a talk, and the questions would happen at the end, and maybe they wouldn't all be asked by me.
Where was this Cubs?
It was in Headington.
Headington?
Where I grew up.
Well, I know that. I don't think you travelled.
Yeah.
I assumed it was where you lived, otherwise that would be bonkers. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Newcastle, but that ain't
my parents my parents had heard about a very good Cub Scout group about 400 miles away, and they thought about driving me there to get the very best training in tying. Absolutely. But
what badges did you get, David?
Don't talk about badges in front of Richard. Richard, remind us once again of your truth.
Pauline and I met at a Snoop Dogg gig.
Oh, where was he playing?
It was at the Forum in Kentish Town.
When was this? What year?
Last year.
Last year.
So he was called Snoop Dogg because he's been called a lot of things.
Well, he certainly has. In the olden days, he was Snoop Doggy Dogg, but now just Snoop Dogg.
But whereabouts were you in the Forum? Whereabouts were you watching the show from?
Well, we met when there was a delay, as there often is at rap concerts. There's sort of an hour delay, so I went up to the little bar.
Why is there a delay?
Well, because it's Snoop. You don't rush Snoop.
Who supported him? Did he have a support act?
Yeah, Corrupt.
What was
with a K.
With a K, wow.
With a K.
I'd have left after then.
What was his hair like, Snoop's? How was he wearing his hair?
He was wearing his hair, he had sort of cornrows, essentially.
He knows all the words, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's definitely read up on this.
Yeah. So you guys, your eyes met across the...
No, in this delay, I went up to... There's a little quieter bar upstairs, and I went up there to play a bit of Scrabble on my phone.
Oh, God.
Because I was with younger people and they were enjoying the support act. They were enjoying the fact that there was a delay and there was loud music playing. I was enjoying it less.
Yeah.
Pauline was reading a book.
Right.
So I thought, OK, she's quite bored as well of this thing. So, anyway, I'm playing my thing. She said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm playing Scrabble on my phone. She said, I didn't know you could play Scrabble on a phone. Right. So I showed her, and then we started playing Scrabble on a phone, have done ever since. And then...
Ever since? Well, you're going out with each other now.
You know what, Lee? Early days.
Have you actually met up with Maureen since?
Pauline. You're not going to be able to dissect us with those blunt little...
So, Lee, where's this leading you? What are you thinking, Lee?
Patsy, do we believe any of these people? Because they're all sounding chronically untrue.
The Chronic, of course, was one of the first albums Snoop was on. Dr.
Why
Dre's
didn't
The
you-
Chronic.
I could see David in his cub shorts and being worried about the graffiti. He sort of the sort of person that it would have upset him. And he...
I'm intrigued by this slight physical resemblance between Greg and the lady.
I know what you mean, yeah. Do you mind standing up, Greg, again? Would you stand next to this lady you claim to be your mother?
Next to my mum?
Well, let's call her a woman for now. Right. Now... I'm guessing, for this mean average to work out, your dad is the Jolly Green Giant.
No, but you see, Lee, it's a fact that a son has to be taller than their mum.
It's either Richard or Greg, I think. So that's my answer.
So you think it's...
I think it's Richard.
You think it's Richard? You think it's Richard or Greg?
Yeah.
Don't
Tim, say
forget
Richard.
the,
What are you
the
gonna say?
Scout hat one. The
sorry. Sorry, are you still here?
The Scout hat.
OK, I need an answer, and I really do need it now.
We're going for David. He's trying to double bluff me at the end, so I'm going to go with
saying
David.
it's David.
And if it is David, I'll be so happy now.
You're saying it's David?
I think it's David.
OK, Pauline, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Pauline. I am Greg's mother. And...
Yes, Pauline is Greg's mum, and she did cheer him on when he had his first ever fight. It must have been awful to see him fighting.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Pauline.
You're welcome.
I was gutted when I first saw Rob Brydon's small man in a box routine, as for years I've been entertaining my pals with my own man trapped in my mouth.
Well, first of all, a small man in box is a silly little thing I do that nonetheless shows great talent. and it's this.
Where are you? I don't know where you are. Somebody get me out of here.
Thank you. Now...
OK, can we hear the man trapped?
Well, I'd rather not, because...
You can't do it?
Because what it is like, I never thought about doing it as part of my act or anything like that, but...
Yeah.
You know, it's like anything that's really, you know, that you think, oh, that's good. And then you see someone else do it properly and well, and, you know, like Rob.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I can't do that now, because it's been done... Mine's amateur in...
We'll take an amateur version, won't we? We won't...
Yeah.
We'll take any old rubbish.
I'd be embarrassed to do it.
That's why we want you to do it.
BBC.
I think the only way we can really get a grip on this is if you were to give us a little something on it.
You've got to give us a sample.
Just have some water. You know it's like, Rob.
Careful, he'll drown.
It's warming up. just putting him in. The part of the trick...
Oh, you pretend to put him in, do you? Can I just say before you do it, that's a nice detail that you might want to consider.
Anyway, enough prevaricating.
All right. OK.
I wonder what you're going to do.
Why don't I see if I can coax my little man in a box to have a little chat to the man who you've got stuck in your mouth?
Rob Brydon chat-up line?
Here it comes. Ready?
How are you feeling today?
Do you think it's possible that Jason might have been lying in what he's been saying?
I don't know, because he could be better at it than he's making out.
No, I'll be honest with you. That's the best I've ever done it.
Tell you what we'll do. Just one last little try, and just the best it can be for us.
Panicking now. Panicking.
So what do you think, then, Lee?
Warwick.
Well, at first I thought he was lying, but I'm tending to think now that he may well have done this.
Paul?
No, I think it's a lie.
You
I think
think it's
he's
a lie?
actually practiced as he's been doing it.
You think he's learnt that talent in the last 5 minutes?
I think that talent has really come to the fore in the last 5 minutes.
You think it's a lie? Warwick thinks it's true. I think it's true, because he did it well.
I think it's true?
I think it's true, because he did it well.
All right, you're saying true.
Well enough.
OK. So, Jason.
Yeah.
Were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
It was true.
Good start, Warwick.
One of the codes I live my life by
Always a good start.
is that my appearance should be in no way noteworthy. But then again, not so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
What do you think?
Well, if it is true, you're certainly carrying it off. When did you decide on this code?
It didn't happen suddenly. It just, you know...
It sort of developed.
The way I
Developed.
felt comfortable being sort of gradually formed into the philosophy, and I don't think that's too grandiose a term, that I have read off a card for you today.
I would say since you've got a beard, you have become more noteworthy.
The answer to that is I've enjoyed growing a beard. But you're right, because I've grown a beard, some people have said, oh, I see you've grown a beard, or he's got a beard, look at his beard. And I hate
Can I
those
just put you up on the
moments.
point?
I deeply hate those moments of being physically noticed.
Have you really enjoyed growing a beard?
Well, no, well, that's what's so odd. I mean, I haven't, like, hugely enjoyed it. It's not been like a brilliant roller coaster. but it's just very, very slightly I've enjoyed it. And very slightly also I've had a sense of achievement. Of course, it is no achievement. It's actually a failure in personal hygiene. but it feels like an achievement.
But you surely went through the difficult itchy stage.
I did go through this.
No one enjoys that?
No. I call them my teens.
Do you make these rules about everything? Are the underpants you're wearing unnoteworthy enough to be you know what I'm saying? Are they?
No, I don't think...
Sorry, let's start again. Are you wearing underwear?
Yes.
OK.
I don't want to sound too sexy, but yes.
Oh.
I don't want to sound too sexy, but no.
Oh.
Under my underwear, I'm naked.
Oh. David, I want to know not what you consider noteworthy. I want to know what you consider so unnoteworthy that it becomes noteworthy.
A grey tie. If you were in a suit, like you're in a suit-wearing scenario, and you wore a grey tie, that would be so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
So a grey tie...
It could be so colourless, so not wanting to draw the eye, it would draw the eye. It's how you spot spies, isn't it? People who are just trying to blend in so much, they blended in so much they're noticeable.
It's true.
Like a chameleon. If there was a chameleon in here, it would stand out.
I'll tell you what, if there was a comedian in here, it'd stand out.
It's a worrying round of applause on the subject of our...
Is it true or is it a lie? Make your decision.
I think it's true. I think it's very plausible that David would be like that, yeah.
OK.
Yeah, I think it's true.
True?
I'll go in my team and say it's true.
All saying true. David, truth or lie?
Yes, well, of course it's true.
Whenever I eat beans on toast, I always imagine I'm a rescue helicopter, and with every forkful, I'm airlifting tiny bald men on a raft to safety.
What do you think?
How long have you done this for?
Since I was about 8.
Right. Any reason you do this apart from just keeping yourself amused?
It's
or...
that my Auntie Bridget, who used to live with us...
Yes. Is this going to be a tragic story? She's bald, she was on a raft, she never survived, and it's our way of remembering her.
She was on a raft with 400 bald men who needed rescuing.
Trust me, we all know your auntie. Yeah. You say raft, you mean mattress.
Yeah. Oh, I hope she's not watching.
She's busy, don't worry.
She used to live with us. My Auntie Bridget used to live in our house, and she would often have to look after us if our parents were out. You know, I wasn't a good eater. I was a very skinny kid. And she used to try all sorts of stuff, and this is one technique she had. She used to do all sorts of other things as well.
Like what? What else would she do?
Spaghetti was you were trying to, you were throwing like a line, a rope down to rescue people at the bottom of a pit. Fish fingers were coaches.
Fish fingers were what?
There were coaches on the motorway. Here comes the coach, chop it in half. She's quite funny, Martin Ridgett. She's quite odd.
Do you think the bald men in question that were going to die on the raft felt glad that they'd ended in a more comfortable position of going down your throat into your stomach?
Well,
did you feel that was a safer place for them?
Well, that was the helicopter they were coming into.
Oh, your mouth was the helicopter?
Yeah, my mouth is the helicopter. That's a raft going down. That's the raft. The raft is they're sitting on the fork, which is a raft.
No, the raft is the toast, surely.
Toast is the raft. No, because...
Yeah. What's the toast?
No, the toast is the boat they were in on the ocean. It's now covered in... Why would they be on a raft? If they're on a raft, they're already rescued. They're already OK.
But helicopters don't lower down rafts.
Oh, thanks. Well, you've just ruined an entire lifetime story for me.
Another man comes attached to the rope and he picks up each individual bald man on the raft. I've seen it. Every time I've seen loads of bald men dying at sea, and a man comes out of a helicopter and individually picks them up. So if you'd have done your backstory and you were a proper actor, you would know that you're supposed to be taking one beat. That's what Charles Dance would have done. He'd have taken... Because he did his research! Yeah, and that's why he's not going to be the voice of Postman Pat!
So what do you think?
What do we think, Charles? Are we buying this story?
Reluctantly, I think I am buying this story.
You think it might be true?
I do actually think it sounds quite realistic. I think that in a child's brain you might make up all of these scenarios.
I don't think he was eating the beans. I mean, look at his hair. He was only eating the crust of that toast.
We think it's true, don't we?
You think it's true?
Yeah.
Charles says it's true?
Yeah.
I'll go on and we'll say it's true.
You're saying it's true. Stephen Mangan, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie.
At school, I was given the nickname The Charmer because I was the only one who could console the school snake whenever it got agitated.
David and T.
So, what type of snake was the school snake?
It was... do you know what? I genuinely can't remember what type of snake it was. It was... I could describe it.
Go on.
Go on.
Legless. It was... yes, it was about so big.
What was it called?
It was called... I think it was called Sammy.
You remember its name but not its species?
Well, I'm like that with women. Grass snake rings a bell, I think.
Why did your school go for a snake as opposed to, like, a mouse or some such?
Oh, it had a mouse as well, but it was in there with the snake.
What was in the tank other than the snake?
It was... Well, it was open plan. There was an area in the corner where he used to sleep. We used to call it the bedding area.
What was there?
What was there?
What was there? Never mind what he used to do.
It's like an ordinary bed, but it's just a lot longer.
Was there?
A lot longer and a lot thinner. very long and thin. Extremely hard to tuck in at night. They're all there. By the time you'd done one side and gone round the other side, this side had come up again. You'd be there forever. It was
very long, thin.
Very long, thin
mattress.
bed. Very long, thin mattress.
This wasn't one of those snakes that likes to sleep curled up.
No.
It likes to stretch out.
Right out like that.
Why did a snake need charming? Was it a particularly aggressive snake, or...?
It used to do this little thing where it used to raise its head up and sort of shake its head like that, left to right. Like that.
Yeah.
And I said to the teacher, what's that? What's he doing that for?
Oh, so you were taught in the same room as the snake?
Well, no, we went to different lessons, but in one of the classrooms...
This was during snake studies?
Well, that's what the PE teacher called it. So I said, as well as the other kids, we were saying, what does it do that for? And the teacher said, that is a sign that the snake is getting agitated. And I said, I bet I can stop that. And I lifted off the thing, and I just went like that, and I stroked the back of its head as a joke, and it stopped.
So you can't demonstrate it on a snake?
No, I can't.
But Matt is there. I mean, what if Matt... what if Matt were to be a little agitated? I wonder if employing the same methods you could calm Matt?
Well,
Matt, could you be a little agitated?
If you could be a snake, now, if you could sort of put your head down here... Yeah, put your head further down. Put your head here, because the head starts off down, right? Now, get into character.
At a certain angle, this looks really dodgy.
Looks like I'm just about to go bowling. So you're looking down, right, and you're the snake. Now suddenly you're a snake. You're agitated.
Oh my God!
That's an agitated snake.
Yeah.
You're all worried, aren't you? Don't worry, I'll sort this out. Now I'm going to use my hand because, in proportion to the head, that's a finger.
Yeah.
Then I stroke the back of the head like this, and watch him. Watch the snake calm.
Oh, nice.
Go down.
So what do you think then, David?
Lee claims that his teacher called him the Charmer.
Yeah.
And that's a nickname that stayed with him. I'd have got murdered at my school if my teacher would have said, you're the Charmer. That's it.
There's so much of that I've got a problem with. That thing,
I think
there was a grass snake.
Time for a decision right now.
I think we think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Lie.
Lee, the snake charmer, were you telling the truth or
Mel's
were
not
you
sure
telling
now.
a lie?
Well, actually, it was a lie.
I have a 40% stake in a prize-winning racing pigeon.
Lee.
If there's one thing I know about, it's buying pigeons. So be careful with your answer. Tell me now, Richard, how much do you pay for 40% of a pigeon?
We paid £600.
You were robbed.
And it's about £70 a month to keep them, which is
£70 a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a lot of trill.
We don't feed him trill.
What do you feed him?
IPO, steroids.
Oh, well, fine.
£70 a month? What are you taking him to Alton Towers? What are you doing with him?
Firstly, he's got to be housed, he's got to be fed, he's got to be trained.
In a wooden shack.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Has he
leave
got
him
a
in wooden
bungalow?
shack. This is a prize winner.
What did you say prize winner? What has he won?
He won the Prix Calais.
Yeah.
And he's won some local things, but that's the proper deal.
Pre-PRIX.
Correct.
How many pigeons were in the race?
It's about 450. It's less than 500, but more than 100. It's
Come on, 500. The sky would be black then with pigeons. It's the Germans, they're back.
They released in Calais and they raced all the way to...
Well, they race home.
And where's home?
Essentially, well, his is up in Lancashire.
Right.
What's the pigeon's name?
It's called Cobbold Joe. Cobbold, C-O-B-B-O-L-D.
Cobbled
Joe.
It's because the original, as you know about racing pigeons, right?
Oh, I do know about racing
Toddy
pigeons.
Cobbold.
Yeah.
Toddy Cobbold was the grandfather.
Yeah.
And so we chose that name. That's nice.
So is that true? Is there a pigeon called Tolly Cobbold?
Don't know.
You said you knew
mixing
about
me up with someone from a Hovis advert.
Are there any distinctive markings? So just if there were some pigeons there, say Trafalgar Square, I'd be able to go, oh, that's Cobble Joe, down in London for the sales.
I'm going to be honest. I would struggle to choose her out of a pigeon parade.
Really?
But
Her, and she's called Joe.
Yeah.
So is it Joe with no E?
Yeah.
That's fine. Show it for Joanna.
Next question.
I think I might have this. Yeah. I don't think lady pigeons do the racing because they would be pregnant some of the time.
I tell you what, she better not be.
It was only a cuddle, wasn't it, Richard? Do you go and watch do you go and when they go off, do you watch it?
I have seen the pigeon race once. Yeah,
How much of the race did you see?
I've seen the pigeon release. You've seen the release.
Have you ever seen a pigeon land?
Yeah, I've seen
You were there when the pigeon
yeah.
landed?
No,
you've never seen a pigeon land?
Right, I've seen a pigeon land, yeah.
Yes?
But not under racing conditions. Is that right? You've just seen a pigeon land in its spare time?
Yeah, exactly.
So you've only ever seen most of us. Yeah. So what you're saying is you've seen your pigeon take off, but you haven't seen your pigeon land.
I have seen
Does that mean your pigeon's lost?
I don't think when a racing pigeon lands, it's any different than a normal pigeon.
exactly.
Oh, wrong.
They don't get ticked like
Skids right to the shed and go, whoa! I was going fast.
That doesn't. It raises its wings as it breasts the tape. That's what it does.
So, it's time to decide, Lee. What are you going to say?
I think it's
Do you think it's true?
I think, yeah, OK, not true.
Let's say lie. I get confused if you say not true. It is a lie.
You think it's a lie? Richard, the pigeons, the racing, Cobble Joe. Truth or lie?
A lie.
possession.
There's a box under your desk. Would you pop it on the desk? And then, first of all, read out the card that's inside before you show us what the possession is.
This is my cat cam. I put it around my cat's neck for a week to film what I got up to because I believed it was him who kept turning the kitchen tap on.
OK, let's take this item out and pop it on the desk. Right, Lee's team, cat cam.
So you're saying that you thought the cat might be turning the tap on?
Yes.
Well, we know it wasn't John. So you put the cat cam on the cat for how long?
For, well, generally like an hour at a time, but while I was out.
So the cat's clever enough not to be turning this tap on when you're in?
Well, yeah, because I would just see him doing it, and then I would know it was him.
If he could do the tap, were you not worried that he could turn the camera off?
No, because the tap's like one of those ones where that's quite fiddly.
And how do you see the picture? You connect it to a computer?
Yeah, it's
Is there
just
a
got
USB,
a
on there?
USB thing, yeah.
I see, OK.
You attach it to the computer, and how long are you watching? An hour at a time?
Well, you fast forward it. I'm not sitting
just the
watching...
highlights. You're doing the highlights.
Yeah.
Go on, the big question is...
Was it the cat?
Not so far, but it's still
Somebody's
sort of
turning the taps on when you go out of the house.
It's kind of a work in progress. So,
when you come back...
I hope he's not watching, because then...
Don't worry, he's turned this off. It's perfect. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why didn't you attach the camera to the tap?
Oh. Thank you.
What's the name of your cat, Sarah?
It's called Chief Brody.
And the personality, is he a scratcher?
He is a scratcher.
On bits of furniture?
Arms.
Yeah. Well, that's not so much of a worry. It's the furniture is more the thing, isn't it?
Is it?
Thanks.
Can I ask why you're so worried about the cat turning the taps on when you've got something in your house that's attacking you? I wouldn't mind if it's turning the tap on, if it's scratching my face.
Well, that's because you're not a cat lover.
No, but I don't like things that scratch.
Well, don't get a cat then.
Am I the weirdo here?
Yeah.
With a show of hands. Yes. That's so lovely to hear, because usually it's me.
What colour is your cat, Sarah?
Ginger.
Pink collar, ginger cat.
Would you? It's red. It's not
Would
pink.
you? Pink.
It's red.
Oh, please, it's pink.
It's red. Shut your face.
Red and ginger, devil's finger. That's what they say. Who? Wouldn't they say?
Who says that? No one says that.
They do.
Is that what your mum used to
And they're
say?
still saying it.
So what do you think, Lee? Is she telling the truth?
What do we think, Rob?
I'm saying it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. David's saying it's...
Possibly true.
Well, I'll lie.
OK, you're saying lie. Sarah, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
I have 5 chickens, all named after my favourite newsreaders.
Oh.
Well, there we are. Right, Lee's team, what do you think?
What are their names?
Their names are Anna Ford,
Yeah.
Jan Lee Ming,
Another newsreader.
Selina Scott,
Newsreader.
2 Scottish ones, Viv Lumsden and Mary
yeah.
Marquis. They were very well-known newsreaders in Scotland.
What, specifically for Scottish news?
There is Scottish news, yes.
You didn't mention Angela Rippon, did you?
Angela Rippon died. Not the newsreader, the chicken.
Actually, it was Moira Stewart that died.
Oh, not Moira.
This is Chickeny Moira Stewart that's passed away.
Chickeny
In case
Moira
any
Stewart.
viewers are
Yes.
upset, Newsy Moira Stewart is as fit as she's ever been.
Well, as long as
way,
she
I don't
can... Can I just ask, is that a joke about Moira Stewart, or did you really have a chicken called Moira Stewart that died?
I really... it's just the way you're looking at me is putting me off. I really had a...
I have to say,
this is not the first time a woman has said that to me.
What breed of chicken are they?
They are Burford Browns and Cotswold Leg Bars.
Right, do you know enough about chickens? Are they real chickens, then?
Yeah, those are real chickens.
How do you know so much about chicken? You seem to know a lot.
Well, I know that... Well, in Waitrose...
I thought for a minute then you were some sort of farming expert. It turns out you're just very middle class.
Exactly. And they've got those Cotswold leggy ones, I've noticed, the eggs.
Can I ask why you didn't have any male newsreaders?
Well, because we actually... Well, I'm going to have to say it now. We didn't want a cock.
Is it me or is it getting hot in here?
When you say they are your favourite newsreaders, how
Can I just say, of all the people we've had on the show, you're the most, it sounds like you're actually interrogating.
Well, how do you rate newsreaders? That's the thing I want to understand.
Well, if you've been in the newsreading game as I have, Henning, it's a bit like... I'm sure when you watch stand-ups, you think, well, they're good, they're not so good, they're...
Oh, I hate a lot of them.
Right. Well,
So why was that one Selina Scott and not that one?
Well, funny you should ask that. Selina Scott, particularly beautiful, with sort of blondish feathers.
So Jan Leeming, then, what were her markings?
Well,
The chicken, not
Yes.
Jan Leeming.
Well, she's a rather dignified bird, and she's a very good layer.
Again, are we...
You asked for it.
What do you think, Lee? Is she telling the truth?
I'm not buying that. I don't think that's true. I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
I think it may be true, but I'm going to go with Henning. I think he's got a very good beak for it.
We'll go with Henning's beak and we'll say that that is a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. Kirsty, were you telling us the truth or were you telling a lie?
It's true.
My dad used to keep a coconut in the car because holding it was the only thing that would cure my travel sickness.
David's team.
Where did the coconut come from?
We used to go on this very long journey to Devon.
Yeah.
That's where we used to go on holiday. One year, when the fair came to the village where we were staying, we won a coconut, and because I was sitting with it in the car on the way home, because I was so fond of it, it was the one journey where I didn't get sick.
And you hadn't opened the coconut, you hadn't given into
No.
the temptation, which most of us, when we get a coconut, really the thrill is the smashing open with the hammer of the coconut.
I disagree.
Oh?
It's the drilling and the sucking the milk out with the straw.
Some of us like to drill and suck, some of us like to smash.
This is what it says on robsmatch.com website.
So, talk us through the benefits. I mean, what was it about holding the hairy little fella that...
You got excited then, didn't you?
That's brought you such comfort.
I think it must have just been the texture of it and also the sheer distraction.
This could be the best night of your life, David.
It would help me to visualise if you could put your head in her lap. Could we do that? Can you just... You pop your head, just so we can get a feel. You could just...
Well, do you know what? He didn't take much persuading, did he?
So how would that look? Is this something we could believe in? Yeah, just slightly higher so we can see.
I'll tell you what, I'm
Yeah.
glad he faced that way. That could have been awkward, couldn't it?
You don't look as delighted with the coconut as I was expecting.
Can I just say, with my slightly spiky hair, I probably am slightly more coconut-esque. Just saying.
Too late, the coconut's been cast.
So, David. David, what are you thinking?
What do you think, Griff?
I don't believe the old hairy coconut story.
I think definitely true. So I'm saying true, Griff's saying not true.
I
So
don't know.
whoever your favourite is, just go with that.
It's like I'm, you know, a nasty dad with two children of very different ages. My instinct is it's true.
You think it's true? OK, Susanna, they say it's true. Were you telling the truth? Or were you, in fact, telling a lie?
It is a lie.
I looked after a neighbour's pet for 5 days before I realised it was dead.
David Mitchell and team, what do you think?
OK, what was the species of pet?
His name was Charlie. So initially I thought he was going to be a spaniel at the very least. And then it turned out that he was a stick insect.
Right. The stick insects, I mean, I'm not an expert, David, don't require a huge amount of high maintenance upkeep. What was your role meant to be?
Step 1, greenhouse, eucalyptus into the cage.
Eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus.
Wasn't a koala bear.
Step 2, water squishy gun. Squish, squish, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you drowned it?
And because I felt that he might be a bit unhappy. I would take him out into the garden for this, and when the wind blew, he had little aerials, and they'd, you know what I mean, just like a stick insect. So I thought he was alive.
Oh, so the wind gave you the impression that it was moving?
I'm alive. I'm dead. Alive. That's how you'd know.
What's the spraying for?
To simulate the monsoon environment.
They come from a part of the world where there's a regular daily 25-second monsoon.
Yeah.
I think if I'd taken him out, then obviously I would have seen that...
Out of what?
The cage.
Right.
Cage.
Well, we say cage.
He was in a tight met. You're supposed to be on my team.
I know that's what they're thinking. So I'm trying to help them on by going, what, you mean that thing that little sticks could get through a cage?
Good question. It's a very tight mesh.
Let's call it a glass cage or a tank.
No, because no, they couldn't breathe then.
No, you don't have a lid on it. You have a. Oh, actually, no. Good. I was going to say you have a
will
mesh.
You stop designing hutches for stick insects?
So how did you eventually know that he was dead?
I was putting in the eucalyptus and removing yesterday's eucalyptus, and he was...
Who had been eating yesterday's eucalyptus?
No, it was... I just take it out, and he was like this, okay? And then when I took it out, it brushed past him, and he just reacted like this. And you know...
Yeah.
That's a fair description.
So what are you thinking, David? Is that truthful, or has he made it all up?
I don't think it's true, because I think stick insects sort of live in gangs and aren't as he describes them.
Gangs?
What's the collective noun for lots of stick insects?
Trees.
Do you two think it's true? Because I'm very happy to defer.
It has the ring of truth to it.
I would go for... I'll say false.
Susan says lie. Richard?
I say true.
You say true. David?
Well, I think it's a lie, so...
You think it's a lie? You're saying it's a lie. OK, fair enough. David, they think you're telling a lie. Were you telling a lie or were you telling the truth?
This is a 100% trustworthy face, and it was telling the absolute truth.
Sorry.
I'm in a four-man pub quiz team with a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker.
David's team.
What's the name of this team?
Quartet.
How did you get to know the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker?
In the pub. There was much mirth, because we realised it was butcher, baker, and candlestick maker.
What's the name of your butcher friend?
Harry Granger.
And the
that was
baker?
Quite quick.
Ed.
Ed what?
Ed Saville.
And the candlestick maker?
It's called...
He's called Bill Grimes.
No, it's not!
Just because you're dressed in like the 19th century, the names don't have to be for the 19th century.
So, Barry, remind me again, the three names are?
Bill, Harry and Ed.
And their surnames?
Grimes. Do you know, you've got me there.
Saville Granger.
OK, next question.
Granger. Have the visitors been?
They brought you some flowers, Barry.
Did they?
And some chocolates, yes.
They steal your trousers when you're asleep.
So what do you think, then, David?
What do you think, Miranda?
I don't know.
I do.
I think it's completely and utter untrue.
Codswallop.
So what are you going to say, David?
Well, I think we'll say it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Barry, truth or lie?
It was.
Every Sunday, I spend 4 hours planning the 20 outfits I'll wear the coming week.
David's team.
Do you lay them out, or do you just picture them?
I rack them. So in my bedroom, I've had some special bars put up.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah?
He has, I can vouch for this.
So I have one which is about 5'8", Okay, and then I have another one which is about 4 foot high. Okay, so when you put a pair of trousers on or a jacket or a top, it then looks like you. I occasionally, if I'm very busy, I photograph them. And then
I remember that bit too.
Yeah.
And explain why you need 20 out, because I'm thinking, even if you... I mean, I'm a tremendous slovenly slut.
It feels like you're phoning Babe Station and someone else has picked up. Sorry, can I speak to Sheila, the regular one?
I often wear the same outfit in the afternoon as in the morning.
I could be filming a series, and then I might be filming 3 different shows in one day, so I'll need 3 different outfits to represent 3 different episodes. I might be going out for lunch, and then I'll be doing something in the afternoon, so I'll get changed from a lunch outfit, because I don't want to be too dressed up to walk the dog. And it's also done by a weather report as well. What?
The Met Office are fools. They get things wrong. Do you go through with your galoshes in bright sunshine on a Friday evening? You're presenting yourself as someone who plans things very carefully, thinks things through very carefully, but your very act of planning is in itself badly thought through. Because on a Monday, you only planned it the day before, you've got a good sense of what the weather's going to be like, your plans for the day are probably better formed, so on Mondays, that's absolutely fine. I know what I need in the morning, the afternoon, and, you know, outfits 3 and 4. But come Friday, the weather's all to cock, the dog has died, you've dropped 2 scenes you're supposed to film on the Wednesday, you've got to fit them in on the Friday.
But I've taken photographs. So even if I've planned a Thursday PM outfit and I decide I don't want to wear it, I just flick through my phone and I might want to choose a Saturday PM outfit. And I'll go back to it.
How long do you spend on a Sunday getting your outfits ready for the week?
What I do is I look at the 7 or 8, or maybe sometimes 9 dirty underpants in the bag. I work out exactly, I spread them out on the bed. I look at them, I think, which can take a fourth trip?
David, I'm curious to put the same question to you. Sunday night comes around, you've had a smashing day, Country File is finished, and now you're thinking, I've got to plan ahead. How much time and thought goes into it for you?
Well, I always wear basically the same thing every day, so none.
You're like Batman in that respect, aren't you?
Yes, I see myself as a superhero, and I have basically one outfit. Which, you know... And
what's your superpower?
The ability to decide what to wear very quickly.
What are you thinking, David?
I think it sounds very plausible.
It does sound plausible, but is it too plausible?
I think it's true.
David's team thinks it's true. Gok, were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Are you trying to work out what to wear before you...
I was telling the truth.
When I got my first car, my friend and I would pretend to be cops, park up, eat burgers, and tail cars we'd picked out of the traffic.
David's team.
How old were you at the time?
Well, I would have just passed my test, so 17.
What was your first car?
It was a Mini.
Indicate how you pretended to be cops?
We used to watch a lot of American films where cops normally sat in the car eating donuts and drinking coffee, and then they'd see somebody go by who might be a criminal, and they'd sort of throw the food and speed up. And so that's what we were doing, in essence.
So you were American cops?
Yeah.
And what were you eating?
Just normally a burger and some chips.
And how far would you let yourself get through the burger before you decide someone was a criminal and you throw it away?
Well, we let fate decide, really, because we would say the next green car that goes by, that's going to be the criminal.
How do you know how the police operate?
What happened when you caught up with them?
Well, we also set a rule that we would follow them all the way to where they were going.
Oh. It's starting to sound a bit sinister.
This is changed now.
And when they arrived, then we would just carry on. We wouldn't confront them or anything.
And how far was the furthest you went in pursuit?
Bulgaria. That was a really crap weekend, wasn't it? When are they going to stop? The bloke in the front is going, don't stop, there's a bloke following us. I don't know, Bulgaria, just keep going.
How far was the furthest you went? Like more than a mile, 2 miles?
Oh, more than that, but we'd never go out of the county. We lived in Surrey.
Because you had no jurisdiction.
Did you exceed the speed limit?
Well, if they did, we would then lose them because we didn't have authority to speed.
What did you think they were guilty of? What were their crimes? Why were you after them?
Just because we'd been told to.
Who was telling you?
Bring him in.
Did you have little radios? All units, we're looking for a green Ford Cortina. Registration Alpha Papa Papa Alpha.
Didn't know Alan Bennett was a policeman.
Here we go. He said, we're looking for a car, it's just escaped. If anybody happens to see it, do take chase, but don't get too close.
David, I'm holding you responsible for that one.
I thought he'd already done it.
So what do you think, David?
I think it might be real.
I think
it might be true.
He had a bit of fun.
Well, I think we think it's true then.
Yeah.
I'm going to say true.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis, truth or lie?
It is the truth.
Possession.
Ah, OK, there's a box, which I think is at the side of your desk. Can you see it?
Yeah, got it.
Would you read the card first and then bring out the possession?
These are my favourite boxer shorts. Despite the fact they've seen better days, we have such a strong bond, I still wear them.
All right.
OK, now let's have a look at this possession. Let's see.
Oh, hello. Hello.
All right.
Sorry, you've got to show the back bit. That's vile.
What's that?
That's the back bit. That's the back bit.
Do you still wear those, Josh, as pants, or are they...
Yeah, I don't wear them as a hat.
Josh, how many pants do you have? How many pairs, like, roughly, would you say?
10 to 12.
So these get used, what, once a fortnight?
You've done the maths.
So what, 2 days where you don't wear pants? Is tonight one of those days?
I don't know if you wear boxers. I think you might be a...
Briefs guy.
Briefs, is that what they're called?
Oh, that is...
You're young, you're quite trendy, the hair's forwards, which to me says you're quite trendy.
Don't listen to her, Matt.
Josh, if I was your girlfriend, I would want to dust with those. I wouldn't want to see them on you.
Can I ask you something? How long have you had them for?
I would have probably got them when I was about 18, so that was 12 years.
Explain the bond you have with these pants. Why?
Yeah.
It's nothing personal. They haven't got any specific memory, but I just don't like wastage, really. And they're still perfectly usable.
No, they're not. The frightening thing is, if they're not Josh's pants, whose pants are they?
Well, Josh, would you help us out here by perhaps just slipping into them so we could get an idea of the fit?
Yeah, I would.
Get them on. Get them on. Get them on.
This is what women chant at me in bed.
Josh, maybe round here somewhere would be nice.
Here?
That's going to be a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'll take my shoes off.
You see, look, he doesn't seem okay with the mapping of them.
It's not like you get familiar with pants and it becomes a second nature.
He's not at ease with those
This
pants.
is genuinely one of the lowest moments of my life, by the way. Just so you know.
If I had a penny for every time someone said that on this show.
So, oh my God.
I suppose all you can do now is pray that it's edited sympathetically. Which, in all honesty, is unlikely.
Josh, my love, that waistband is a good 2 inches too big for you.
If you feel the elastic, Mel...
Come on.
Mel, you don't have to touch anything you don't want to.
If you feel the elastic, then it's kind of gone a bit.
Right, I'm going to do something slightly sinister.
I've been dreaming of this since late lunch. I'm not going to lie to you.
Come closer, love, come closer. Yeah, there's a whole finger. That's not
a finger.
All right, just take your shoes and please go back to your seat.
I feel like I've been thrown out of a pod. Take your shoes and go.
David, it's time to gather your thoughts and ask yourself whether or not Josh is telling the truth.
I think, Mel...
Yes, my love.
You're strongly of the opinion that those are not Josh's pants.
He did not seem at ease when he was touching.
He was intimidated by the pants.
He was intimidated.
Yeah.
He was.
I agree with you that there's a stylistic clash between Josh and those pants.
I'm not buying it. There's no anecdote. There's no, I kept these when so-and-so broke up with me. If you're going to keep a pair of pants that long, you've got to be through some good times and, by the looks of it, some bad times.
So, what are you thinking then?
Well, I think we think it's a lie.
All of you all agreed. OK.
Yeah.
Josh Widdicombe, the pants.
Can I just say, either way, I am going to give them to Mel so she can dust with them from now on.
Thank you.
Well, that's lovely. That's heartwarming. Is it the truth, or were you telling a lie?
I am ashamed to say it's the truth.
Go on! Yes, it's true. They were indeed Josh's favourite boxer shorts, which he still wears.
Possession.
There's a box under the desk. Just pop the box on the desk, and then there's a card inside it. Before you take out the possession, just read the card, please.
This is one of the pairs of leg warmers for birds that I have made. I would have brought more, but birds are using them.
Could you show us these leg warmers?
I live beside the canal, and the swans are very unhappy around there.
The swans? You've tried to put a leg warmer on a swan?
He hasn't tried to, he succeeded.
How the hell do you... A swan? So they're trying to feed it over the webbing, and he doesn't get crushed. It's got a great big beak on us.
Everyone knows about this, but if you befriend the swan... The first thing, you befriend the swan when the wings go up like that, and then generally the next thing they go like that, as in make me leg warmers. That's it.
Are they for swans?
David, they would break your arm if you went near them.
Famously.
Famously.
That's what they do. They break your arm and then the Queen eats them.
Yes.
How do you get them over the feet?
If you put your hand like that and then try and get it over there. It's like O.J. Simpson. Stick it on there. That's a swan.
That's a swan, folks.
That's a swan.
With the swan, it's all about authority. So watch this. No, they're webbed.
That's no good.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt the swan. You've just ripped through its webbing.
You know when you said swan at the beginning?
Yeah.
Did you mean sparrow? David, it's time to take a guess. I mean, I don't know which way you're going to go on this.
Maybe a swan could be able to slip that over its foot, and maybe a swan would derive tremendous warmth from this incredibly thin and flimsy and short piece of material going an inconsiderable distance up its really rather long leg.
I think it's true.
Don't say that!
It's true.
Don't, because that's the sort of... That's what happens to your mind in this game. You say, and you start thinking, oh, yeah, of course, the fact that he said swan and it seems impossible is exactly what's so plausible about it.
If you people don't start taking this a bit more seriously, I'm going to bring my Uncle Ian out here again.
So what are you going to go for?
I think we're going to say lie.
Lie? You're saying it's a lie.
I'd just
David
like to
O'Doherty.
say, Rob...
Yes?
If it's true...
Yes?
I don't care.
David, truth or lie?
I'm afraid my tale of swan leg warmers is a lie.
Oh, thank God.
Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it?
I can balance a banknote on my nose.
When did you first find this out?
When I was about 13.
Is it flat or is it sort of like that?
It's on its
on its edge.
Yes, and I would balance it on like that.
He's done it straight
like
up.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
On your nose?
Kind of like that.
So that the end of
Yes.
the note
Yes.
is along your nose there,
Yeah.
going upwards.
Yes.
And what's your technique for... Because I imagine the problem with that is that the note would immediately fall off. What's your technique for preventing that?
Zen.
Zen?
Zen.
Is that a type of glue? What do you think, David? Does this have the ring of truth for you?
I don't think it does. I think it's an odd mixture of something that would be impossible and not that impressive anyway.
So what do you think?
We think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
All three of you think it's a
Yeah.
lie. OK. David Harewood. Truth or lie?
It is true.
Whoa!
That lost your note now.
Yes, it's true.
Whoa. You pulled that out at just the right time for us. Cheers, mate.
I have to stand up for this.
All right, please do.
Here we go.
Take your time, milk it. I was recently bounced off a bouncy castle whilst trying to prevent a bouncident.
What's a bouncident?
It's an incident involving a bounce, and you put the two together to create bouncident.
Surely it's a derivative of accident, not incident.
Well, obviously, an accident is an incident, and a bouncident is an incident. Was this bouncident an accident?
It was a bouncident waiting to happen.
How did you go about preventing the bouncident that might or might not have happened?
I'll tell you everything. let me set the scene for you. It's early summer. It was the birthday party of a small child.
Was you invited or just turned up?
Look, let's be clear. There's a children's party in a church hall.
Yeah.
I'm attending because it's the party of my nephew.
Yeah.
And there's a bouncy castle.
Whoa, in the church hall?
I know, I've never
Indoors?
seen
Yes,
that.
yes.
An indoor bouncy castle?
Indoors?
Yes.
How big
No,
was
there
it?
wasn't.
No, there...
How did they get it in the door?
That's a fire hazard.
I'm not an idiot. How did they get it in the door? We've got him.
No, I'm sorry, church hall, is that where the service is being held?
No.
This is
the adjacent
Church
building.
Hall was our Prime Minister during the war. Now, I don't like bouncy castles, because I think they're dangerous.
Right.
And my little boy went on after I'd expressly told him not to.
Well, he disobeyed your orders. Worst father I've had, most incompetent father. Well, I don't like to say, but I think the boy's better off in care.
Hey, this is very upsetting. He clambered on, unbeknownst to me.
Yeah.
And he's going back and forth. So I get on and I get my little boy, George, who is not even 2, and I pick him up.
Right.
OK? And I'm trying now to hold my little boy whilst being bounced by these evil children. My wife is stood on terra firma, and as I'm coming off the bouncy castle, a particularly hefty child bounces, sending me up. Holding my son, I hurtle through the air. Luckily, I come to my feet like Spider-Man, but the impetus is too much. I surge forward and headbutt my wife, thus having the bouncident that I was trying to avoid. So, what are you going to say, Lee?
What do we think?
Yes, I think it's
You
true.
think it's true?
If a 2-year-old had clambered on, you might well go and get your 2-year-old off.
I think that's true.
Well, then I must say true.
You say true. David Steen?
Well, we'll say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie,
Yeah.
you say it's true. Well, it's actually true.
Pension mouse. I have hidden in a cupboard to escape Anthea Turner.
David.
Where were you when this happened?
In the cupboard.
Where was the cupboard?
In the room I was hiding from...
Where was the room?
Just away from Anthea Turner.
What was the occasion? And do not define the occasion or the geographical space in relation to Anthea Turner. What else was it?
It was on a TV show that I was doing...
Hide in the cupboard from Anthea. I remember seeing it on BBC Three.
It was very good. I don't think Lee was ever on it, though.
Oh, that's a lie.
Yeah. What was the show called?
Pet Power.
Pet Power.
Pet Power. Yeah. It was about cats with capes.
What were you doing on the show? What was your role on the show?
My role on the show, I was the warm-up man, like a TV warm-up man. Pet Power was a show where the pets would come on and there would be interesting stories about pets, and some of them, this particular incident, was a butchie goes up into the rafters, and I'm upstairs in my dressing room, and I'm watching it on the monitor, and I hadn't been doing comedy very long, and I was running out of things to go back and say to warm the audience up.
Yes.
And I saw the budgie go up in the rafters, panicked, and there was a knock on the door, hid in the cupboard. And they actually came into the room, but I was hiding in the cupboard.
And you mean the floor manager,
if you will,
turned to Anthea and said, Anthea, I need you to pop upstairs and get the warm-up
I don't
man.
think it was Anthea that personally came to get me.
Oh, I see.
But
You
how will I
didn't
ever know?
hide from...
How will I ever know, Griff?
They knocked on the door of your dressing room.
Correct.
Then what happened?
As the door opened, I thought, oh, my God, they're going to come and get me and say, come on, get out of the cupboard and do some jokes, even though you've gone left. And at that point, this is the bit you're not going to believe, I thought they're going to find me. And then I saw a lion, a witch... And I was able to escape into the forest, never to be seen again. No.
I'll tell you what I'm interested to know.
Yes.
You didn't stay in the cupboard indefinitely.
No, because that would have been ridiculous.
You came out, and you must have chanced upon Anthea.
I did.
It wasn't really Anthea that went to look for him, it transpires, just the floor manager. It was a perfectly normal professional relationship. He's rather building up his intimacy with Anthea Turner. I don't think they've ever exchanged any words at all, even in the lie world where any of this happened, which is not the world we're living in at all. Narnia is more believable.
David, could that be true?
Griff, do you think it's true?
It's not true.
Jimmy?
I think it could be true. I know Lee used to do TV warm-ups. I used to do TV warm-ups as well. That's how a lot of comics start. And I do think when you start out, you run out of material.
You do.
Do you think it's true?
I think it
You've
could be
talked
true.
yourself into thinking it's
Yeah, I have,
Well,
yeah.
I listened to you earlier in the show and it didn't work, so I'm going with Griff. It's a lie.
You think it's a lie? OK, Lee, was it the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Of course, it is absolutely true.
I once got stuck in a cave for an hour after getting the hood of my cagoule caught on a stalactite in a way I couldn't untwizzle.
Right, caves and stalactites. Lee, Max team.
Well, the bit that we definitely believe about that story is cagoule.
Cagoule.
Yeah. We're not doubting cagoule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Red.
And when in the last 3 weeks did this happen?
This happened when I was a boy, a child, a human
A boy child?
Boy child. What cave was it?
It was somewhere in France.
Ah, holiday?
Yes.
Deliberate ploy by parents to get rid of you? Give him the baggy cagoule and find a stalactite, then run.
You were in there for an hour.
Yeah, I was caught on the stalactite.
For an hour?
For an hour,
Just
yeah.
remind me again, stalactites go down, right?
Stalactites hang down.
Hang down.
Stalagmites go up. And the easy way to remember it is
Yeah.
that stalactites have a C in them. Stalactite, C for ceiling.
Yeah.
Stalagmites have a G, G for ground.
No, it's the stalactites come down, isn't it? The tights
But
come
tights go up as well.
down. No, they don't. Not when I'm around.
How did you eventually escape?
My dad came and released me.
So you're with your family on this trip?
Well, they were sort of...
It took them an hour to find you. I would have thought, if I'd have lost you and you'd have been my child, it would have been 6 or 7 days.
Right, so what are you thinking, Lee? Could this be true?
What do you think?
I'm going to go for a lie.
You think it's a lie? Bob?
Lie for me, Lee.
Lie.
Lie. David?
It's a lie.
I will not get out of bed on Christmas morning until I have smoked a full cigar.
Oh. What age did this start?
About 33.
What made you start?
Well, when I was giving up smoking, I smoked those thin cigars, so I thought, well, that's not really smoking. And then when I properly gave up smoking, I thought this should just be... It was a Christmas and birthday treat.
How long does it take you to smoke the cigar?
About 6 months. And then start on the birthday one. Always got one on the go, but great to have given up smoking.
Do you smoke the whole cigar?
Smoke the whole cigar.
And how long does that take?
A couple of hours.
That's a lot of puffing.
You're still in bed?
Still in bed.
So you have the cigar ready the night before, and the little match and everything, you're ready to go?
No, we have stockings in the morning, so we all then huddle around my bed.
Oh, so the family and friends have to come to you, to the base of the bed, and no present opening until it's finished.
Have you by now slipped into the Christmas onesie, or are you still in your negligee?
Negligee?
Yeah, we're all imagining, because there's nothing more arousing than a woman lying down and smoking a big fat cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
I prefer a Woodbine girl myself.
Merry Christmas, Lee. Can't get out of bed till this is finished.
So what are you going to say, then?
What do we think, Barry?
I've got 100% wrong record on this current
It's time for a change,
It's
Barry.
time for a change.
Whatever you say, we're going with.
I think it's true.
In fact, it's a
You
lie.
think it's true? Is that what you're saying, Lee?
No, absolutely opposite. No, what do you think?
I think it's true.
Oh, you think it's true?
Yeah.
You both say true.
I'm going to say true.
Well, I'll go with my team and say it's true.
You say it's true. OK, Miranda, the cigar, Christmas morning, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Oh.
Yes.
Apologies, Lee.